What's good? This motherfucking weed I'm about ready to roll up. What's up from Western North Carolina, Brooklyn? Good afternoon, 60 and sunny in Arkansas, or are you in Alaska? I made you a Democrat? Interesting. What's up, Plainfield? Alaska. Hey, if you guys could tap the fuck out of the screen, share the live with everybody. We're going to chit chat a little bit here while I roll up some doobage. And then we are going to fucking enjoy some doobage together while discussing whatever is on the minds of the people in the room here. If anybody has a topic they would like to throw out there, we can go ahead and discuss that topic. Man, Jesus Christ, you can land a fucking plane by my goddamn computer screen. What's your take on the Real Housewives shoot? I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. North Ontario, Canada, Minnesota. It's gorgeous here today. It's like 78, 77, full sun. Greetings from Germany. Guten Tag. I can speak very little German. I can say Guten Tag, auf Wiedersehen, and then I can say, what can I say? I can say 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think I have that right. And that's about it. Let me try that again. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Love the Grateful Dead guitar. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Arkansas, hello. Piney Woods, California. We're just rolling up some doobage. So if you have some, go ahead and roll yours. We're working off of what's left of this bag here. These are some decent nugs. I mean, they're not bad. They're just... They're... Guys, did you see my new merch? Hang on. Let me see if I can get it up behind me here. Nope. No. Peep that. New shirt available on the website now. Link in bio. Pipe is full and ready. Okay, I'm catching up with you. Actually, I have a doob ready to go, so I'll smoke while we're rolling. All right, let's get into it. Exclusion is good. Love that shirt. That one is available on my website now. That one is available. This one's available on my website now. And this one is available on my website now. So, okay, let's go ahead and get that off the background now. Be done with that, and we're back to normal. The fight between Elon and listen, I made a video this morning about it. We all saw it coming. We knew it was going to happen. That we knew that these two guys were not going to coexist and play nice forever. And here's the thing, Elon Musk is a real billionaire. He has no problem doing that fuck you shit. So we'll see what happens. I think the funny part about it is that everybody that told us how fucking awesome Elon Musk was for the last couple of months now hate him. And you want to talk about really shit in the bed for Elon as far as his businesses go. The left hates him, so they're never going to buy his cars. The right was never going to buy his cars. Now he's pissed off the right, so they're probably going to wind up not buying his cars and leaving TikTok or Twitter. So, like, he really fucking screwed the pooch on this one. Good business savvy on his part. How is Renee? She's feeling a little like ugh today. That is some good grindage right there. Favorite Deadshaw show you saw live? Listen, man, I saw them at the tail end when the shows were shit. There really wasn't a decent one. They were okay. You know what I mean? There isn't a show I can point to and go, that was a fucking good show. A little off today for Renee. She was just a little under the weather this morning, like a little different today. And then her and our daughter went over to her mom's house, my mother-in-law's house. My son's getting out of the shower now after mowing the lawn. You love the new t-shirt, Have the Day You Voted For. Have you seen the new one? Sherry, how you doing? Have you seen the new one? I got a new one up today. I'd rather be excluded for who I include than included for who I exclude. Brand new t-shirt. This one's available on the website starting today. This one's available on the website starting today. We will not tolerate your intolerance. And this one is available on the website today. But the one that I've been excited about launching is this one. This one is the one that I've been looking forward to launching. I like this one. Elon will kneel once he discovers that Rump can take all his toys away. He is, after all, a drug-addled national threat to security. Thank you very much from Norway for the $50 gift and the kind words. I appreciate all of it. Thank you very much. Let's get this off the back of the screen here. Let's go back to a normal background. Bada boom, bada bang. Do you run a HEPA filter? I have a filter down here that's a Muka from Muka brand. Works like a fucking charm. I got it off the TikTok shop. So $50 is Big D energy for sure. Go ahead and take a nap. You're good. You fucking orangutan. Go take your nap. Dig the merch. Going to share with the party parents in my community that will love it. Right on. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, those two shirts just launched today, and we've already sold a few, actually. I was out running around going to Costco and shit like that this morning. The shirts vary in price based on the size. I don't know off the top of my head the various prices for the various sizes, but you can check it all out at my website. And there are a bunch more other shirts there that you can get while you're there. 20-minute lunch break, and then it's back to the grind. You're working on a Saturday, homie? Sorry to hear that. And a 20-minute lunch break. That's it? Greetings from Kosovo. Oklahoma. Thank you, Ziri. Meritos Islands. Today is Friday. Why the fuck am I thinking it's Saturday? Dude, this is what happens when you don't have to fucking be anywhere. Jesus Christ, I thought it was Saturday. My bad. My bad. My bad. You lose track of the days, you know what I mean? Greetings from Kosovo. Greetings from the U.S. Let me tell you something, Seth. If I'm the voice of sanity, we are in deep fucking shit. You understand what I'm saying? We are in deep fucking shit. I should never be the one going. You guys should never be in any way, shape, or form going. I don't know. Let's see what Tom says. Because if that's where we're at, I'm just saying. If the group is turning to me for leadership, we're already fucked. We're already fucked. Greetings from the Netherlands. Olaf from New Jersey. Have we given up on Abrego Garcia? I haven't given up on Abrego Garcia, but look, sure as hell seems like the country has given up on Abrego Garcia. Yeah, you lose days when you don't have work scheduled. And since I work for myself and there are no such things as weekends anymore, and my wife doesn't work and our son is on school on summer break, it's like the other day it was like Wednesday and we thought it was Sunday. We already knew that Trump was probably going to be on the Epstein files. Elon Musk saying it on Twitter, it, you know, basically it was like, yeah, and we've known that. But if you knew he was on the Epstein files, then why the fuck did you work with him? Why the fuck did you work for him? Why did you praise him? Why did you give him money? If you knew he was on the Epstein files, why weren't you in the White House with him at any point in time? Instead of in front of the White House telling the reporters about how you know that he's a fucking known pedophile. Do I think Epstein is really dead? Yes, and I think he really killed himself. Incoming wiki dump? Maybe. I did not see that, Laura Hall. Did Candace Owens say that? I mean, that's what we saw, right? Well, yesterday we saw Elon Musk say, I know. Think about this. Yesterday, Elon Musk said Donald Trump was on the Epstein list. So he told the world yesterday, Elon Musk told the world yesterday, I know that Donald Trump was part of an international pedophile ring. I know that Donald Trump trafficked in young girls. I know that he had sex with underage girls against their will. But I worked with him because I thought I could benefit. And now that that relationship is over, now I will tell you the truth. I was willing to work. That's what Elon Musk told the world yesterday, that he was willing to work with somebody that he knows trafficked in underage girls in order to benefit himself. Thank you for your courage in this channel. You help me. I don't know about courage, but thank you very much. I appreciate the kind words, Courtney Smith. More TDS. Listen, if you have tiny dick syndrome, it's nothing to be embarrassed about, Aaron S. You know, admitting that you've got a tiny dick is the first step in just dealing with it. You know what I mean? Having a tiny dick doesn't mean that, like your life is over. You just got to learn how to fuck with it. You know what I mean? Thank you, Ron Oren, for the $20 donation for all you do, which is a lot more than I appreciate it, Warren. I appreciate it. I really, really do. As long as you know how to use it. See, that's the whole point, right? It's not how you bait the hook. Tesla. And she's right. That isn't because basically he's considered. Geez, man, people got a lot to say today. God damn, everybody trying to get some fucking words in edgewise. I'm not ignoring you. I am just packing dubage while we talk. You can hear the birds outside my window. Busy live today. Yeah, a little bit more than normal. I think people got a lot to say. I think people got yesterday's public divorce was enough to get everybody talking. Thanks for what you do. Thank you very much. This won't help from impeachment because the entire the Republican Party doesn't give a shit. The Republican Party doesn't give a shit. Unless the Republican Party is like finally willing to coerce around the idea that they need to rid themselves of Trump in order to survive for the future, and they just 25th Amendment or impeach his ass and move, J.D. Vance into that role, which I don't see happening. Michael DuBois, thank you very much for the $10 donation. Have a smoke on me, bud. You know what? Don't fucking matter what I'm doing. Which side are you on, Trump or Elon? Neither. They're both fucking pieces of shit. As far as I'm concerned, they should take Elon Musk and Donald Trump and dump them both off on a fucking deserted island where the two of them have to talk to only each other for the rest of their lives, and give them one TV that only gets one channel.
Where do you want me to put it?
Right on my table. Or on my chair. Thank you, son. Thank you.
No problem.
Who sent me something? Alright. Let's get this motherfucker open. God damn. That fucker is in there. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Like, who the fuck taped this thing? For real. Like, fucking for real, man. Who taped this goddamn thing? Jesus Christ, guys. Jesus, Mary, and fucking Joseph. Did you use a fucking ton of tape on the goddamn thing? Oh, play me. Just fucking ripping and ripping at this point in time, boys and girls. Jesus Christ, guys. I'm using that. And it's having a hard time getting through the motherfucker. Jesus Christ. On a goddamn popsicle stick. Okay, so a few years ago, 2-3 years ago, I did a TikTok talking about raw cones. And the owner of Raw Cones reached out to me and said, hey, can we use your TikTok in a commercial? And I said, fuck yeah, go ahead, knock yourself out. And he sent me a care package that contained a nice rolling tray with a lid and all kinds of shit. And then a few months later, we couldn't get raw cones shipped to Illinois. And I made a TikTok about it. And he said, don't worry about it, I'll hook you up. And he sent me 3 years worth of raw cones. We're getting down to the end of that stash. So, he hooked up again. Yeah, motherfucker. Hooked up again. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, that is fucking spectacular. We are back in business, baby. Nice. It's a nice. Okay, where were we?
You good?
Yeah, why?
I heard like a yelp.
No, I'm good. Besides, I wouldn't have yelped. I'm not a dog.
You made a noise.
The word is Trump gets the nation on weekdays and Elon gets it on weekends and holidays. Thank you very much, Two Blonde, for the comment and the $5 donation. I appreciate that, brother. Raw is the best. Yes, they are. Raw is the best. That's what I'm using right now. Josh, the raw cones? Yeah. Listen, I just made one video about raw cones. And like I said, he reached out and he's like, hey, man, can we use your video? And then he says, here's my phone number. Here's my cell. Keep in touch, brother. Love what you do. Yada, yada, yada. And so, you know what I mean? Right on. Who gets the family Bible? It doesn't matter, does it? Neither one of them are really actual Christians. Do you think Elon's going to get deported? I think Elon's got a lot more to worry about than they're going to cancel his government contracts. The left doesn't want to buy his vehicles anymore. The right doesn't want to buy his vehicles anymore. The left is already like his businesses are about ready to get fucked in the ass. You know what I'm saying? If you were a dog, what breed would you be? Bulldog. Love your videos. You remind me of my dad. Thank you very much. Bulldogs are great. Yes. What's your favorite strain to smoke? Whatever one my guy puts in the fucking bag next. Team what? Ketammentia? The banks should already be calling in Trump's loans. Sure hope he loses those government contracts. Talk about a waste. Thanks, Rainbow for Life. Oh, yes, Rainbow for Life. Have you guys seen the new shirts? Real quick, once again. If you haven't seen yet, available now in my website, in my store, at the link in my bio. We got a new shirt today. Ready to go. Available at the link in my bio. It's not been put up on the YouTube store where you're going to see it when you see my page. But this one is available to purchase. As we get closer to the fall/winter, I'll probably I'll also turn this into a hoodie. And maybe even put it on a coffee mug. Right now it's available on a t-shirt. As well as this one is available in a t-shirt right now at the link in my bio in my store. That one's available as of today. And where'd you go? This one's available in the classic NPR logo, but fuck Donald Trump. So there you go. Let's get that off the screen. Done. Okay. All right, what do we have here? I have no issue with the LG HDV. Well, if you had no issue with them, then you wouldn't disrespect them by calling them that. Just want to say thank you for all you do. Love your videos. Have to go. Have a doctor's appointment. Bye from Brooklyn, New York. Gene, you have a good day. I hope the doctor's appointment goes well. Oh, Team Ketamine. Ketamine versus dementia. Gotcha. My bad. wasn't putting two and two together there. Oh, you're welcome, Gene. Love it even more now. Yeah, it's the NPR logo. Only fuck Donald Trump instead. If Donald is impeached and removed, will he be sentenced? I doubt it because they're, well, it's a state charge. It might be. He might. But he's not going to be impeached. He's not going to be impeached. He's not going to be removed. So, Steve Bannon can suck my fucking ballsack. That human boil on the ass of society can get fucked. Love the new shirts. Thank you very much. Flawlessly ignorant. It might be a good way of putting it. Conley, hello. Yes, you're right. He was already sentenced for the felonies. Nothing will happen with the federal charges unless we get a Democratic president in there that's willing to go after him again. Thank you very much for the $50 donation there, Asborn. The richest man in the world will be fucked in the back after extorted by King Orange and friends. Get your popcorn. Yeah, it's not looking good for him. He's really screwed the pooch on this one. I'm not old enough to be your dad. It's not $50, whatever it is, 50 something. Whatever it is, I don't give a shit what it is. It's kind, and I thank people for it. The 50, whatever you put in. I predict a military officer whose daughter wants 8 dolls will remove. What? Never mind. I just put that together. Somebody's ordering up the popcorn. It's going to be, listen, it's going to get ugly as fuck. Somebody called woke Trump. I don't know who I want for 2028. It's a long way away. Does Elon even have the Epstein files? Who knows? They gave him the keys to everything. He could possibly have everything. If he does, I hope he just goes off the fucking deep end and just throws it all out there on the internet. Commander and creep. Every day I see people waking up from the right, not MAGA, but some. Yes, every day. He has definitely seen them. One would imagine Musk has all the data. Who knows what he's got? Who knows what he actually has? You know what I mean? It's fucking disgusting what they let that guy do. Guys, if you have any, light it up and smoke it. I mean, it's the only thing we got left. Got a couple of thumb drives with information. You can't, you have work in an hour? That sucks. Well, I'll tell you what. While you're at work, we'll be thinking about you. You know what I'm saying? We'll be thinking about you. It's all good. Sir, have a good day. Thank you. Where can I buy green? I want some at your local dispensary or guy's house. Tom Powell, you're awesome. Thank you very much. I eat my green now. Whatever, however you got to do it. Rather have a joint, though. Amen. Walls Raskin. Who the hell knows who's going to be the next one up? Let's get through the midterms. Let's make sure we capture at least one chamber of Congress in the midterms. Anyone else notice they need more lettuce to cope lately? A little bit, yeah. Uh, who's your favorite Colt of all time? Peyton Manning. Just scored tickets to go see the Texans at the Colts, November 30th. I have not listened to Dusty Notes. Luigi Penguin. Trump announces plan to build new White House ballroom. Jesus fucking Christ. Is Doge still active? Listen, after the breakup, I'll bet they went and got all of his little fucking minions and got rid of all of them. I do not know if Elon Musk drinks alcohol. I couldn't tell you. He clearly does some type of drug. What is this? Thank you for the keeping the shirts affordable. I listen. Okay, and Zeno, Musk has 314 data points on each American they are feeding into with Bill States could stop. I don't know about all of that, but we'll see. Thank you very much for the donation. I greatly appreciate that donation. What was I talking about? Yeah, that's $50. Oh, the shirts. So I do drop shipping. If you guys don't know what drop shipping is, it means that I'm not making these shirts. I don't have a bunch of shirts and something that I'm making shirts and then trying to keep up with orders. I work with a vendor. I pick out t-shirts from suppliers, and then I create designs or work with a graphic artist to create designs. And I take those designs and I put them on the t-shirts in a website called Printify. And then I connect my Printify shop with my Shopify shop. And then I offer the shirts. You guys order a shirt. This isn't one of mine, but let's say you order this shirt. When you order it, that's when it gets made. They ship it directly to you. They dump my end of the money into my account. That's how this whole thing works. So I don't ever have to worry about trying to keep up with orders. I don't ever have to worry about having a warehouse full of fucking t-shirts that I can't sell. They don't make them until you order them, and that allows me to offer a whole bunch of different varieties, a whole bunch of different designs, and it allows me to keep them much more affordable. I'm not putting a ton of time into making and shipping these shirts, so I can keep the profit margins a little bit lower. That's exactly how my books work as well. If you guys are unaware, I've written and self-published 2 books. The first book is the memoir of the first 45 years of my life, and the second book is a collection of quote-unquote letters that I wrote to my wife during the quarantine in 2020 in the form of Facebook posts written like letters. Anyway, those 2 books, the first one, and the second one are available in press that like button. Thank you very much, man. They're both available in paperback or ebook formats. But once again, if you buy a paperback, they don't print one until you order it. So there's I can't get a hold of it and sign it, or it's not for me to ship to you. It ships to you when you order it. It gets made when you order it. Just got your latest t-shirt. Thank you very much. If there are any issues with it, please let me know. I hope you enjoy it. We went with a very lightweight t-shirt because I like lightweight t-shirts. Read both of your books. Would you consider a third book? I actually have a third book in the works, and I'm considering a lot more than 3. Hang on. Manuscripts. You can tell how old I am by the way I look at the screen. Okay, so currently I am working on a book. I have been for a while, and I have taken way too much time off of writing. Son of a bitch, why did I do that? This book is about the history of marijuana in the United States of America and the failed war on drugs. And I currently have 92,000 words written. So I am a long fucking way away from getting that book done and to you. But yeah, I want to finish that book. That book is about the history of marijuana. I want to write a book about my atheism. I want to write a book about living with my father, or my father living with us for the last 4 years of his life and caring for an elderly adult, and how we don't offer a way for an adult to end their life peacefully and on their own terms in this country. Off to work, says Rannon. You guys take it easy. Rannon. Orange City, Florida. Hello. Hawk is wearing a suit. Why? Oh, because he has work, has court today. I don't think there's enough there to write a whole book about being a Colts fan. Aaron, hello. North Carolina, hello. I need more lives. Well, I do go live on this platform on YouTube every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Central Time. I have to plug in. I have to plug in. There we go. All I got are my experiences, so that's what I can share with folks is life experience. That's what I got. That's what I can offer you. Can you go live more? I go live every now and again, but that's the only set time that I have to go live. You want to write about being a deadhead? Do I like the Pacers? No, I am a Bulls fan. What am I smoking? Herb. Ganja. 420. The sticky icky. The illy. Broccoli wand. Jazz cabbage. The Lord's lettuce. Grass pot. Maui Wowie. Marijuana. However the fuck you call it. That shit right there. What strain? Oh, I don't fucking care what the strain is. My guy goes, hey, I got this strain and this strain and this strain. And I'm like, all right, give me an ounce and do 3 different strains. And he'll give me 3 different strains in 3 different bags, a half, a quarter, and a quarter. And I'm like, put it all in a bag. He said, why do you put it all in the same bag? I'm like, because I don't fucking care. I'm going to smoke it all. If it's all in the same bag, all mixed together, when I reach in to grind, to grab out one to grind, it's like a surprise every time. It's dealer's choice. You know what I mean? What am I going to do? Go, oh, damn, I'm down to this. I'm not going to smoke this. Of course you are. Is there any strain you don't like? If there is, I haven't met it yet. Should Sammy Sosa be in the Hall of Fame? Why did I think he was? Yeah, he probably should be, yeah. If he's not, Texas T, someone is trying to... Just picked up tickets to a Cubs game, too. We're going to go see the Colts at the end of November in Indianapolis playing the Texans. And at the end of September, we're going to go see the Cubs at Wrigley playing the St. Louis Cardinals. You cannot stand Gorilla Glue? I've smoked that a couple of times. You remember back when a joint was 50 cents. I don't go back that far. But when I was a freshman in high school, gas was under $1 a gallon. Smokes were under $1 a gallon, which means that if you and two friends had $10 each, you could fill somebody's car up. Everybody could grab their own fresh pack of smokes, and then you could swing by Fat Pam's house, and you could pick up 3 pinner joints for $5 each. So you could have a full tank of gas, 3 packs of cigarettes, and 6 joints in the car, and just start cruising the strip. God damn, those were good times. Like literally, not a fucking care in the world. 16 years old, cruising the strip, full tank of gas, fresh pack of smokes, a few joints in your pocket, just listening to music and looking to get laid. You know what I mean? It was just, and it was. Listen. I'm not trying to one up anybody by any stretch of the imagination, but I think that my experience was looked at through a different set of eyes. Because when I was 15, I was living on my own. I wasn't still at home. My dad and I were living in southern Indiana. And when I turned 15, my dad looked at me and said, I'm going back to Chicago because I need to get a better job. Are you coming with? And I said to him, I have an option. And he said, it's your choice. I've been working since I was 8. You're 15. And he's like, you can stay here and live on your own. I suggest you get a job to put food in your belly, or you can come with me. And I'm like, then I'm going to stay here. And he handed me the keys to the house. It was a fucking 2-bedroom shack. He handed me the keys to the house, and he went, all right, I'll keep the lights on. You put food in your belly. I said, all right. And he left. So when I was cruising the strip at 15 and 16 years old with a few joints in my pocket, I was cruising with a bunch of people who were worried about their parents finding out that they were going to do something. I had no fucking inhibitions. Who gives a shit? My father is fucking 3 hours away. I'm So yes, I'm 53 years old, and I have been living on my own since I was 15. Oh, I made some fucking mistakes too, man. I made some mistakes. Holy shit! I had some guy that was partying at my house that I didn't know he was with a woman that was with somebody else, and that guy was looking for her, and then out of fucking nowhere, the front door of my house gets kicked in, and the guy who was at my house with the woman, has 3 guys on him beating the shit out of him in my front yard, while the guy whose girlfriend was in the house comes in, drags her out of the fucking house by the hair of her head. These guys are all in their 20s. I'm in my fucking teens. I'm like, going, what the fuck did happen so goddamn quick? Next thing you know, I got 4 fucking cops at my house. Where's your dad? He's at work. What's going on here? Just hanging out. They found her in a fucking ditch, beat the shit. She didn't die, but man, he fucking worked her over. Oh, the shit that went down at that fucking house, man. The shit that went down at that fucking house. Not a parent to be found. The more I hear about you, the more you remind me of my husband. Exact same age, both deadheads who were on their own at 15. It was a different time. It was a different time. The 80s? Fucking... When we say that we raised ourselves, we fucking raised ourselves, man. There was nobody home when I came home from school at the end of a day in junior high. Nobody. You didn't see fucking parents until the sun went down in some way, shape, or form. So technically I've been on my own since I was 15, but I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. Practically on your own for a few years before that. Obviously somebody else keeping steaks in the freezers. when I turned 15, I had to get a job. I went to work at McDonald's, and so I flipped burgers for a little while. I remember when we got a raise. Minimum wage increased to $3 and something an hour, and we got a raise, and we were all looking around, going, "What the fuck are we gonna do with all of this money? Like, are you fucking kidding me? They're gonna give us 3.85 an hour." Now, you hand somebody $3.85, they're gonna look at you and go, "What the fuck am I gonna do with that?" Smokes were that cheap. Oh yeah, when I first started smoking, I first started smoking when I was 13, and when I first started smoking, I could get a pack of Winston's for 68 cents. And when I first started driving, gas was I think like 85, 88 cents a gallon when I first started driving. So yeah, you could get a pack of smokes for under a buck and a gallon of gas for under a buck. Yeah, just got back from marching. Good on you. Seriously, good on you, man. 35 cents at the Clark Street station. I just posted an image over on my Facebook page. If you guys want to follow me on Facebook, you can go to the link in my bio as well. I just posted an image over on Facebook, I think yesterday, that showed a gas station the year I was born, 1972. And gas was 26 cents a gallon when I was born. 85-cent gas? Yeah, 85 cent a gallon gas, and you filled up behind the license plate. Straight up. I remember the first time I got a car that had a gas tank that you filled up on the side with the little door like we have now. I was like, man, we fucking made it. Look at this shit, man. This is high end. Remember folding the back license plate down to fill the tank up? Those were the fucking days. You're a 69er? Yeah, I'm younger than you. That's for sure. What's your favorite song to play on that guitar? I do not know how to play the guitar. That is art for me. That's why it's hanging up. I never learned how to play the guitar. I don't know how to play the guitar. I don't have a desire to play the guitar at this point in my life. But I love how that looks right there. Definitely had better cars then. Yeah and no. I mean, there's something to be said about some of the modern cars as well, but they were sure had more sturdy, like the door of some of those cars. My grandfather had a '58 Etzel. That the fucking driver's door of that thing weighs more than my entire 2021 Jeep Cherokee. Yes, you could buy smokes out of vending machines. We bought smokes out of vending machines all the time. Your first car filled up behind the license plate. We had the little triangle windows. We had the foot tap for the brights. If you guys, the younger people, don't understand what we're talking about there, when you're driving, you got your gas pedal and your brake pedal, and then to the left of the brake pedal, all the way up in the upper left hand corner, was a little round button that you would with your left foot, and that was your brights. That's how you turn your brights on. Oh, and my first car was one of those old cars where you needed two keys, one to start the car and one to get into the fucking car. One unlocked the doors in the trunk and the other one started the car. What language would you like to learn? That's a damn good question. I speak a mean Spanglish. I know enough Spanish to be just dangerous, but outside of that, see, my knee-jerk reaction is to say Italian. Those are my roots, my roots on my mom's side. I'd like to get to Italy someday. I think it would probably be a relatively easy transition given the amount of Spanish that I know and the similarities between Spanish and Italian. But then there are other parts of me that say Chinese. I mean, our number one competitor and the country with the most number of people is China. And then there are other parts of me that's like, fuck both of those languages. Go for something off the fucking wall. Go for something that, you know South Sudanese or some shit. I don't know. But probably Italian. I think when it all comes down to it, I'd probably land on Italian. 65 Plymouth Fury. Can I show you guys something? Hang on a second. Du Bois, thank you very much for the donation. Thanks for studying your YouTube handbook. Peace, brother. Thank you very much. All right, I'm going to show you guys something. Hang on. Some of these older folks in here. Give me 1 minute. I got to get it together. Hang on. And then I'll show it to you. Okay, what the fuck am I... Where am I looking at for this? Okay. Is this the one that I want? Okay, so let's start here. For some of you older folks that remember the older cars, my father was a drag racer, NHRA, early days of NHRA. So he did drag racing, and he was predominantly a Dodge guy. Oswego, Route 66, US 30, all over the Midwest. I took my first steps at Oswego drag strips. So here are some of my father's cars. So that's the old man's Demon. You can see there it says Powell's Demon. The M is a pitchfork and a devil behind it, but the lighting is all from how I had to take the picture. So that was my dad's Demon. This is one of my dad's Fugitives. So my father raced several cars called the Fugitive. That was kind of like his street name. He had a couple of black Fugitives and a couple of white Fugitives. This is one of his older Fugitives. You can see there above the name Fugitive on the door, it says Tom Powell right there. And then you see here on the F, there's a ball and chain. The later versions, the name got put in the ball and chain instead of on the door. Here's the old man in one of his white Fugitives. You can see the ball and chain off the F, and then his name, Tom Powell, in there. My grandfather was sponsored to him. That was one of his white Fugitives. There's the old man. My kids in one of his old race jackets. That's my Uncle Jake, my father's only brother, and his mechanic working on his cars. There's one of his called Junior's Toy. I'm Junior, by the way. There's a model we made of one of his Fugitives for him. There's a better version of one of his Fugitives out at Oswego. The picky was in reference to my mother. So those are the old man's cars from back in the day. Some of the old man's cars from back in the day. Jesus Christ, this phone stand. I love these fucking guys that call all the time and send you text messages. Hey, Tom, that company that you shut down 6 years ago, we set aside $100,000 in capital for you. Could you use that? Yeah, deposit it into my account. I'll call you in a year. '74 GTO, '72 Gold Duster. My first car was a Pontiac Sunbird hatchback, two-door, white, red interior, manual, everything. Yeah, there are some more pictures of the old man's cars floating around from back in the day, but those are the ones that I have at my disposal. 76 Nova. Yeah, my father bought my mother a Nova at one point in time when she needed a car. He came home with a fucking two-door Nova, a jacked up Nova. She's like, "That's a fucking race car." He's like, "That's a fucking classic." She's like, "I got two kids. I need a car." He's like, "You can't transport two kids in it." It's no wonder they didn't make it. Well, I mean, things like that, and the fact that she had a penchant for raw dick. Was in Florence, Italy last year. Where was your favorite city to travel to? I haven't been to too many places outside of the country. I've been all over the country, but not too many places outside of the country. Outside of the country, I've only visited the Bahamas, Jamaica, Mexico, Honduras, and Belize. My favorite city in the United States to visit? New Orleans. It's the city I've been to the most outside of Chicago. It's phenomenal. If it wasn't for the goddamn weather, I would fucking live there in a heartbeat. When I used to leave my grandpa's house, he would tell me GTO stands for God Take Over. My neighbor in junior, that's a good one. In junior high, had a 1970 bright green Sunbird. My best friend had a '67 convertible Fairlane. Holy shit! '69 Fairlane 351. Abruzzo, Italy. Okay, thank you. I've only ever been to Argentina. I was 17. My bro has a GTO. I have been all over the United States, that's for sure. I got to do more international travel. At the end of summer, we're flying into Canada for a day because we're getting on a ship the next day to go up the Alaskan coast. My first car was an '86 Hyundai Pony that only ran with the choke out. We called him the Beast. Nice. Nice. It only ran with the choke out. Jesus fucking Christ, man. The shit we drove. The shit we drove. I remember my cousin Junior had a '58 Chevy Nomad wagon, three on the tree. And he was putting the thing back together piece by piece, right? He was forever working on it. And he got all fucking cocky one night and decided to go out and give that thing a fucking race it with some other people. But he wasn't done putting it back together. And I don't know what the name of the part is, but it's the part that goes in the door that the window goes in, the kind of that little soft rubber part that keeps it. He didn't have that. And fucker rattled those goddamn windows right out of that goddamn car. I thought his father was going to kick his fucking ass. Man, what the fuck are you doing racing this thing? Thank you very much, Patrick Eisenhower, for the donation. Thank you very much, the Drago B85 for the donation. I am well. Thank you for asking. Thank you for mentioning it. I greatly appreciate it. Argentina was nice. Had 3 weeks and saw iguanas fall. Buenos Aires, Barcelona food. My friend rebuilt the '67. People ask me what my dream car is, and I'm not a car guy, right? I was the exact opposite of my father. I always looked at cars as the thing that took my father away from me because he spent so much time racing and working on cars. So I never really liked cars. So I could give a fuck about cars, except one. Juicy Raven, or Jussie Raven. Thank you. Um, what the fuck was I saying? Oh, but I do like the VW buses. If I could say that I had a dream car, it would be a '72 Westie. I don't give a shit what color. Just give me a '72 Westie. Not juicy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Well, thank you, Patrick. I appreciate it. What is this? I highly recommend London and the Netherlands. We do want to get to Europe. We want to get to a lot of places. We're running out of time. I realize that. And when you say run out of time, you're like, are you dying? No, but I got fewer good years ahead of me than I do behind me, and you can only do so many trips a year. What do I think will happen with the reconciliation bill? It'll pass the Senate. It's just going to pass with some changes to it. How many changes, we don't know yet. New Orleans, yes. New Orleans is the only city that I have ever been to, and I have been to 38 states in this country. It's the only city I have ever been to, and I've said it a million times, where a cup of coffee or lunch with a friend can turn into a 2-week bender like that. You could be sitting in New Orleans at 12:48 p.m. enjoying some beignets with a friend, and before you realize it, it's 14 days later. You're wearing different clothes. For some reason, you have $1,283.74 in your pocket, and there's a woman handcuffed to you that you've never met. That's New Orleans. That is fucking New Orleans right there. That's when you wake up in a local jail cell wearing the jeans you had on the day before and a cheerleader sweater. Yeah. Bad decisions make for great stories. Yeah, they do. See that Grim Reaper holding a double barrel shotgun? Underneath that is a homemade bat signal done with a needle and pen from ink from a pen in somebody's house. Had to have that put over it. See that shark? Underneath that is Yosemite Sam holding his guns out, and it says above his head, "I hate that fucking rabbit." And underneath Yosemite Sam is a profile of Donald Duck smoking a joint. Yeah, bad decisions make for stories. That's for goddamn sure. That's for goddamn sure. Bad decisions like thinking you could tolerate the pain of a chest tattoo. You want to know the reason why that Harley Davidson logo doesn't have any color? The wings aren't brown with white tips. There isn't flame in the eyes. That Harley Davidson is fucking dead ass colorless because my ass walked my body out from underneath me 12,000 times while he did that. I was like, we're good on the color. The outline's okay. Make t-shirts of my old tattoos. Yeah, I'm going to pass on that. Just get the new shirts that are out now. They're cool shirts. Just released them today. Pick up those shirts, please. And you decide to drive on the New Jersey Turnpike? I don't have any interesting stories from the New Jersey Turnpike, but I do have some interesting stories between Tallahassee and Ohio. Did you ever own a Harley? Nope. 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 We started hitchhiking north in Tallahassee, Florida. At that point in time, I actually had a car, and it broke down in Tallahassee, and we had to leave it there. It was going to take weeks to get fixed. We started hitchhiking north back to Chicago, out of Tallahassee. Why the tattoo? Love Harleys. Why not? I don't own a shark either, right? You know what I mean? Just something that I threw on my body. I was like, cool, put that on there. So we're hitchhiking north. We're camping along the side of the road. And we wake up one morning, break the tent down, me and my buddy who were walking along together. We get back out on the highway. And I'm wearing a pair of shorts, gym shoes, a t-shirt, and everything I own in the fucking backpack. Got a hat on. It's a blue denim hat with a steal your face on it. Steal your face, if you don't know what that is, that's the Grateful Dead imagery that you get with the skull and the lightning bolt. That's steal your face. Any hoodles, got the thumb out, and this white panel van pulling a car trailer, an empty car trailer, pulls over. I said, "You need a ride? Yeah, where you going? Chicago. Well, we're going to Ohio. Well, that'll get us close." Jump in the van. There are like 5 college guys on their way back from Florida, and they stopped because they saw the Deadhead hat, and they said, anybody wearing a hat like that we knew had weed on them. And I was like, yes, I do. So now we're burning in a van with these guys on our way to Ohio. It's where I heard one of the best pickup lines I ever heard in my life, because it was middle of the night on one of the off ramps of the highway, and we're cruising through one of the Waffle House parking lots, and I hear the driver lean out the driver's side window and say to a woman in a Waffle House parking lot, "You want to drink some beer and have some sex?" The most solid line I've ever heard in my life. Still stunned it didn't work. Anyway, we got all the way up to Ohio, and they're like, "All right, here you go. We're going to dump you off here. You just walk straight west on this highway, and eventually you'll get to Chicago." Yes, I'm familiar with the highway. Only problem is we're in shorts and t-shirts, and it's fucking 26 degrees. What the fuck are you? I mean, it's cold. They gave us 2 blankets that they had in the van. We wrapped up in them, and we started walking. And Ohio had other thoughts on the matter. Had a state trooper stop us and tell us we can't be walking along the side of the road. So we got off the highway and we started walking on county roads. And then we had a county cop stop us, a county sheriff, and say, "You can't be walking along the road." I go, "Well, listen, man, we don't have a fucking car. We got to walk somewhere." And we had Ohio county sheriffs take us from one county line to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next, dumping us into the next county sheriff's car, to the next sheriff's county car, to get us to the Ohio Indiana border, and they dumped us off at the Ohio Indiana border. We started walking across Indiana, and the Indiana State Police showed up and said, "You can't be walking along the highway, boys." I'm like, dude, do you have any fucking idea what we've gone through to get here? Finally had to call a relative in Chicago to come get us. Get us the rest of the way across Indiana. Made it all the way up back from Tallahassee, and fucking couldn't walk across the state of Indiana. What kind of a fucking world do we live in where we can't walk across the fucking state of Indiana anymore? Do you know how many fucking times I've walked across the state of Indiana? Jesus fucking Christ, man. Anyway, the things cops waste time on, right? Are we a danger to anybody? No. Are we bothering anybody? No. We're literally walking. And we're walking with the intention of getting the fuck out of your state. So how about you just fucking leave us alone and let us get on with walking, motherfucker? You can read about some of that in this book, A Grateful Life, the life story of a husband, father, and taco-loving deadhead, that I wrote about the first 45 years of my life. The cover of this book is a plate of tacos with rice, chips and salsa, a little bowl of hot sauce, a strawberry margarita, a map to the Chicagoland area, and this concert ticket. And the title is on the concert ticket. It's reversed here, I know, but it says A Grateful Life, presented by Tom Powell Jr. Now, the rest of the ticket reads as follows. The life story of a husband, father, and taco-loving deadhead. The date of the concert is the day I was born, Saturday, May 13th, 1972. Doors open at 12:13 p.m. That's the time I was born. BYOB 420 friendly, self-explanatory. The location of the concert, Gottlieb Hospital, Melrose Park, Illinois. That's where I was born. Price of admission, $6.07. That's how much I weighed when I was born. 6 pounds, 7 ounces. Admit one, lawn seating only, and then you see it says there, ticket number 001. I had 300 physical tickets printed up. I used number 1 for the book cover. The rest of them I punched a hole in, I forget which side, ran some hemp string through it, put some beads on it, and sold them as bookmarks. I still have over 150 left. I wish I could like some of your audience's live comments. Oh, you're doing it, Sherry. You're doing. I'm always baffled when people volunteer to mod on other people's pages because it is a lot, and you guys always do such a great fucking job. Reminds me of the old Chicago PD leathers you could get at the alley. Yeah. All I asked for was a hello. Well, hello. Sorry, I didn't see it. You want to think so that somebody says that's creative and genius. Here. This is my second book. Dearest Renee, Letters from the Coronavirus War of 2020. I wrote my wife a letter every day during quarantine. I was already retired and home with the kids because they were being homeschooled because of the virus, and she was an essential worker. So every day I wrote a new Facebook post, Dearest Renee. And then I wrote it like a letter, like I was a Civil War soldier. Dearest Renee, all might be lost if morale does not improve soon. And I talked about the house as if it was a fort in a war, and the kids as if they were soldiers, and the pets as if they were livestock. And then I collected all of those letters and I put them in this book. This is an actual patch like you would see on an old man's hat or something. Quarantine veteran. COVID-19, and you can see here it's got the Wi-Fi and the COVID bug and the lime and the toilet paper roll. It's an actual patch that you can buy online. So I bought the patch, and I'm like, how do I make this patch work with the cover? Well, you can see here what we have is the black and gray camouflage cover, which kind of goes well with the patch. That is a pair of my son's underwear. I took his underwear and I laid them out on the deck outside as flat as I could possibly get with no wrinkles. Gently laid the quarantine patch on top of it, and then stood over it with the camera and took pictures of it to create the cover. Oops, miss. Oops, miss what? Today I saw a red MAGA hat, but it said What is your favorite kind of taco? Chorizo. You guys got me for a few more minutes, so get in anything that you want to say in the next few minutes because I got a plumber coming over to check out a problem with one of the toilets. Saw a Zepp cover band. That was amazing. Outdoor event, sitting in the grass, doing hash tokes out of a beer can. Wow, hash tokes out of a beer can. That is some old school shiznit right there. Do you like video games? No, I do not. How's the weather in Chicago? Mid 70s, full sunshine. Where did you get the birthday tickets made? I don't know. I just Googled make your own concert tickets, and you can have all kinds of different types of concert tickets made, or event tickets that look like real concert tickets. I don't remember the place though. Just something I Googled. There were a ton of options that came up, I remember. Has anyone ever heard of Dred Zeppelin? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I haven't heard any Dred Zeppelin in God, 25, 30 years. And he's smoked from Manitoba. Not yet. Shrooms, acid, or both. Hey, I did my fair share of that a lifetime ago. I'm good. All I need is my herb now. What do I think about the Donald Trump and Elon breakup? I think it's fucking hilarious. I think it's fucking hilarious, and I think it's fucking disgusting. Because, like I said earlier, Elon Musk told the whole goddamn world today, or yesterday, that he knew Donald Trump trafficked in underage girls. And he still worked for him. He didn't say anything about it until they split ways. Oh yeah, Trump's guilty as fuck. No doubt about it. AOC said the girls were fighting. Yeah, yeah. Cheers back at you. Can't do any of that stuff. Sorry to hear that. Oh shit. Boys and girls, I need to get ready for this plumber, not mechanic, to show up here. So listen, I appreciate you guys stopping in. Maybe I'll go live later. I don't know. Whatever I'm going to be doing later, you can assure that I'm going to be doing it elevated. So I thank you guys very much for the donations, for hanging out, for tapping the screen. Get yourself a shirt one more time really quickly. If I could show everybody one more time as I walk out the door here. That's the new shirt that's one of the new shirts that are available starting today. Available at the link in my bio. This shirt is available also starting today at the link in my bio. And this shirt, the NPR logo, only it's fuck Donald Trump. That is now available in my store as of today. Go get yourself a t-shirt or 2 or 3, and I will see you guys on the next video and the next live.